There we go. So today we're going to be talking about finding a missing length. So basically it's something similar to area and perimeter. We've been given the area and we have to find the missing length or missing side. So remember, this is how we do it. Here is my formulas. So my TSA, my total surface area, is equal to 2 times the base area. Okay, so the base it's a triangular prism, so it's a triangle. Circular prism, so it's a circle. Or a rectangular prism, which means it's either rectangle or square. Okay, plus the perimeter of the base multiplied by the height. And we found what that is by formulating things when we're cutting things up and measuring that. We found and discovered that ourselves. For the volume is in 3 dimensions. Okay, so they're going to have basically a base, a length, and a height. Okay, so it's 3 components. You're multiplying it together. So 2 components multiplied together, we get an area. So that's where we get the base area. Okay, multiplied by a height, and the height is the component that makes it into the prism, makes it into 3-dimensional. So it's this here. It's this component there that makes it into 3 dimensions. So let's carry on. So today what we're going to be doing, okay, we're going to be finding the height or the radius when given the volume. Okay, so they say calculate the height of the right prism. See the word there, prism. It's a thing that's a base shape that's been elongated below if it is given that the volume of 88 centimeters cubed. Okay, so we're looking for this value there. We're looking for something that is making this. Let me find my line there. Okay, we are finding this value here. Okay, so formula for volume is going to be volume is equal to my base area, okay, multiplied by my height. So what is my base shape here? What is it? It's a rectangle. Okay, so it's a 4 by 5. So we're going to say if it is 88 is equal to 4 times 5, because that's the area. You see there, here's the area here. We're finding the area of this square over here. Okay, so it's 4 times 5 multiplied then by my h. Okay, the missing value, what we're looking for. So to work that out, we're going to say 88 is equal to 20h. Okay, and how do we work that out? Calculate this quickly. We're going to divide by 20 on both sides. So what's it here? 88 divided by 20. Calculate this quick. 4.4. Okay, is equal to h. So what's my final value? I've missed something there. What's the final answer I have to say? Centimeters. I have to give a unit. So my height is 4.4 centimeters. If you don't put that centimeters, you're going to lose marks because then you're not putting in the unit. Okay, you get it. Okay, easy example, first one. Easy example. So let's look at the next one. Calculate the height of the cylinder if it is given that a volume of 80 liters and a radius of 50 centimeters. Okay, so let's break that down a bit here. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to find, it's a radius of 50 centimeters. So what's my base shape going to be? A circle, exactly. It's going to be a circle. So let's construct a little bit of a shape there. Oh, it's a bit wonky. Let's move that up a bit. There we go. Okay, so in our minds, we have seen that it is a cylinder, so it looks something like this. Okay, so we're trying to find the height. We are looking for this value here. They've told you that this here, my radius, okay, is going to be 50 centimeters. The other piece of information they've given you, that the volume of 80 liters, so the volume is equal to 80 liters. Now, remember, okay, have a look here. Look at our conversions. Okay, if 1 liter is how many milliliters? So that goes from liters to milliliters. What we have to do get from base to milli times by what? 1,000. So 1 times 1,000 is going to be 1,000 moles. Okay, so 1 milliliter is equal to how many centimeters cubed? It's a 1-to-1, exactly. So how many centimeters cubed are there in 1,000 milliliters? 1,000 centimeters cubed. Okay. So how many centimeters cubed do you think now is in 55 liters? Okay, so now we're going to take 5,500, not quite. So we have to take it from liters first. So 55 liters multiplied by 1,000 to get it to milliliters. So it's 55,000 milliliters. To get it from milliliters to centimeters cubed, no, from milliliters to centimeters cubed. It's this one here. It's a 1-to-1. 1-to-1. So it is a 55,000 centimeters cubed. So do you see, to get from liters to centimeters cubed, all we have to do is times by 1,000 because it's all 1-to-1. So 55,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, they've given us, okay, a volume of 80 liters, and our base that they're saying here, a radius of 50 centimeters. So what do we have to change our liters into to work it? Because they have to be the same units when you're working with things. You have to change it to centimeters because they've given you this as centimeters. So let's change this volume. So we know all we're going to do is multiply by what? 1,000, yes. So our volume is going to be equal to 80, 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1,000, 80,000. And what's my unit here? Centimeters cubed. All right. Now that we've got that, we're going to hold that and we're going to say volume is equal to my base area. Okay, what's my base going to be? What's my base? It's a circle, exactly. Multiplied by my height. That's what we're going to look for. That's what we're solving for. So let's put in some numbers. So we're going to say 80,000 is equal to, okay, my base area. What's the area of a circle? Pi r squared. So the r is squared, not the pi. So it's going to be times 50 squared multiplied by my h. Okay, so we're going to work that out. So we're going to get 80,000 is equal to how many pi's? So 5 times is going to be 2,500. Is that right? Pi times h. Okay, so I'm not rounding anything off yet. I'm going to round off to the final step. Okay, how many decimal places? If they don't tell us, how many decimal places? 2. Okay. So then we're going to say, therefore, we're going to divide both sides by what? Because we want h by itself. So 2,500 pi. So we divide by 2,500 pi. Okay. So what's it going to be? 80,000 divided by 2,500 pi. 10,1. I don't trust that. It sounds a bit too small. You divide by pi as well, so is it 10,22? What? Okay, 2 decimal places. I want 2 decimal places. Ten comma 19. 19. Okay, and then what's missing here? What's missing? The units. Centimeters cubed. Is that right? No, why is it not right? Why is it not centimeters cubed? Yes, exactly. You're finding a height. You're not finding the volume. We've already found what the volume is. So it's just centimeters. Okay. You must check. You must be able to look at your answer and be like, yes, that is correct. Okay. So my height is 10.19 centimeters. All right. Yes. two decimal places. Two decimal places. If they don't tell you, it's 2, but generally they will tell you, but generally it's 2. I know some of the homework there was 1 decimal place, but it's fine unless they state it's 2.
So now your answer just has 1 decimal place. To leave it like that, you don't add 0 decimal place.
What do you mean? If you round it?
So you're working out something, and your final answer is whatever number, comma 1, comma
Okay, so if my answer was this 0.1973, so on, so on, so on. Okay, I want 2 decimal places, which means I look at the second decimal. Okay, over there. Now, is the 7 going to round up or round down? It's going to round up. So it's going to become 10.20 because basically look at 19 as a whole. If you're rounding up, are you going to round to 20 or are you going to round to 2? You're going to round to 20. So it's 20. So it's 20 because it rounds up. So then the intermediate step, if you have a look at that, it's going to be 10.1 and then this place 10. Okay, and then we've rounded. But 10 can't be in one. It's a unit. It's too much. So we have to move it over. So it's going to be 2. It's going to be 1, and then we're going to add a 1 there. Remember when you're doing primary school maths, we add a little 1 there when you're adding things. 1 and a 1 make a 2. So it's so it's going to be 10.20. Must include 0. It's basically the same, but if they want you to round it to 2 decimal places, it must be 2. Okay, it must be 20. Yes.
The answer is 10.1.
Okay, but what was, so if it was,
No, without those extra
yeah.
It's just 1.
So if the answer was just 10.1,
10, 1.
okay, but how many decimal places is that?
And the 1, 2, 3,
That is 0. Okay, because look, what's the difference between 8 and 8.00000? What's the difference? That doesn't hold a value. There's no value. The only difference is the number of units we have. Okay, so this is many decimal places. This is no decimal places. Okay, it's the same thing, but if it's 10.1 in the calculator, you need to round to 2 decimals, but it's not going to be, there's not going to be a situation where it's like that. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, calculate the radius of the cylinder below if the capacity is 25,000 liters and a height of 500 centimeters. Now, what they're given, so they're giving you a height here. My height is 500 centimeters. So what do we have to change the capacity into? We've been given capacity is similar to volume, but capacity is in liters. So we have to change liters to centimeters cubed. So how do we do that? So we get given 25,000 liters. So what do we have to do? Let's go back to this. Remember here, from liters to centimeters cubed times by 1,000. So when you go a bit back, let's go a bit back in our pages. What page is this? Blah, blah, blah. There we go. So we can write here, conversions. You must learn these conversions. Okay, so let's add another one there. So 1 liter is equal to how many centimeters cubed? 1,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, so go back quickly. Go add that by your conversions there. Okay, so all these things here, 1 to 1, 1 milliliter is to 1 liter. But 1 centimeter cubed is 1 mil. So it's also 1 liter is 1,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, you guys ready to move? All right, so let's move. Okay. So we have here 25,000. And what do we have to do to it? Multiplied by 1,000. So how many zeros do we add on there? 2, 3. There's 3 zeros in 1,000. Yes. Okay. So what's the form? What's it here? What's the unit? Centimeters cubed. Yes. So they're giving you the capacity. We now have to change it to volume and then work it out. So volume is equal to my base area, no, multiplied by my height. Now what's my base area? What is my base shape? It's a circle. Yes. Okay. So we have here. So volume is 2500000 is equal to. So a circle area is pi r squared. Do you realize that r is what we're looking for? We'll calculate the radius. So we have that there. Okay. Multiplied by my height of 500 centimeters. So you see, we got centimeters cubed here. We have it there. Now we're going to put that. So what you're going to have to do first. What's the first thing we can do? We can work in the brackets. Okay. So pi r squared multiplied by 500 is equal to 500 pi times r squared. Term 1. Okay, you're multiplying in the brackets. Okay, so if we have, look here, if we have x multiplied by 4, we have, it's the same as 4x. Pardon? That's what we're working out. Calculate the radius. Not pi squared, r squared. We're getting there, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Do you know what 500 is? Can you count to 500? Yes. Do you know what pi is? Is there a button on your calculator for pi? Yes, so both of those are known values. So what we can do, we can divide by what? Divide by 500 pi on both sides. 500 pi. Okay. So we're dividing by 500 pi. Okay, so look here. This 500 cancels with that 500. This pi cancels with this pi. So we're left with, over here, so 2, 5, many zeros. Put that in your calculator, what do you get? Okay, you shouldn't get too big of a number. So, yeah, that cancels. These 2 cancels there. This 5 is going to cancel there. It's going to be just a 5. So 50,000 divided by pi.
So it's 15,950
Divided by pi. Yo, no trust. I don't trust. 15,915 point. 2 decimal, and then 4, 9, and then 4, 3, 1. Yes. Okay. I wrote it wrong. How did I write it wrong? 15,915.49431. What is it? Pardon?
That's what's so low. What's your saying? So you said 4.9. Still put a comma there.
Oh, no. Check how many zeros you put at the top. Maybe you put too many zeros. That's maybe something that's going on. Just be very accurate. Okay. Is equal to r squared. Now, how do we get rid of a square? What do we do? Remember term 1. What do we do? What's the opposite of a square? A square root. Exactly. So we're going to square root both sides. Okay. So this is how you do it. Look on your calculator. R is equal to. What you're going to do, you're going to type. You haven't cleared your calculator. You're going to say the root button. Okay. The root. And then next to your equal sign. What's it? A and S. Answer. So you're going to use your previous answer. So you're going to root answer. So it looks like this. A-N-S. And you click equals there. It is 126.16 centimeters.
You just Then you say 1, 10.
The answer is 0.1566. So 2 decimal places is 0.16.
Then you say 2, what?
So if you go root, so if you round it off early, you go 15915.49.
So, sir,
Are you calculating what putting the on?
no.
Did you say on?
You just, no, you're putting that
Okay.
the root and then you
Okay, so any questions? A bit clearer now about what we can do here. All right. So look at this. What am I doing? I'm highlighting homework. There's it there. Okay. So the homework. So here, what is this? What is this? This is a conversion table. Okay. So you got to write it out in your books, and I'll write a nice little neat table. And look, I'm going to do the first one with you. I'll do the first one. Okay. Radius. Okay. A hardware shop sells cylindrical water tanks of varying sizes. Copy the table and use the formula for the volume of the cylinder to calculate the missing dimensions. So we just got to do that volume formula again and again and again, and we can find it out using the missing things. Okay. We can work that out. Okay, so we're going to touch on the